Ever wondered why your CSS centering works on one screen but breaks on another? Technical interviewers love to dig into those specific quirks. In this video, we will cover CSS interview questions and answers, ultimate guide to master CSS interviews. Master your next front-end developer interview with these 30 comprehensive CSS interview questions. In this video, we dive deep into 30 essential CSS interview questions covering everything from the box model and specificity to flexbox, grid, and modern CSS features. Whether you're a junior developer or a seasoned pro, these questions will test your fundamental and advanced knowledge. Make sure to pause the video after each question to test yourself before the answer is revealed. Which property is used to control the space inside the boundary of an element? Option A, margin. Option B, padding. Option C, border. Option D, spacing. The correct answer is B. Padding is the space between the content of an element and its border. It is part of the interior of the element's box. Margin, on the other hand, creates space outside the border of an element, effectively separating it from other elements. Understanding the difference is crucial for layout precision. Which of the following selectors has the highest specificity? Option A, div page. Option B, my class. Option C, hash my-id. Option D, p.my class. The correct answer is C. CSS specificity is calculated based on a weight system. Inline styles, 1000. IDs, 100. Classes, attributes, pseudo-classes, 10. And elements, pseudo-elements, 1. An ID selector, hash my-id, has a weight of 100, while a class, my class, has 10, and combined element plus class, p.my class, has 11. Therefore, the ID always wins unless important is used. If an element has box sizing, border box, a width of 200 px, padding of 20 px, and a border of 5 px, what is the actual rendered width of the element? Option A, 250 px. Option B, 200 px. Option C, 150 px. Option D, 225 px. The correct answer is B. When box sizing, border box is applied, the specified width includes the padding and the border. The content area shrinks to accommodate them. In this case, the total width remains 200 px. Content equals 200 to 40, padding 10, border equals 150 px. This is often preferred in modern design because it makes sizing much more intuitive. What happens to an element when it is set to position absolute? Option A, it is positioned relative to its original position. Option B, it is positioned relative to the browser window. Option C, it is positioned relative to its nearest positioned ancestor. Option D, it stays in the normal document flow but can be moved. The correct answer is C. An element with position absolute is removed from the normal document flow, taking up no space. It is positioned relative to its nearest ancestor that has a position property other than static. If no such ancestor exists, it defaults to the initial containing block, usually the less than HTML greater than element. Which display value allows an element to have a width and height but stay on the same line as other elements? Option A, block. Option B, inline. Option C, inline block. Option D, flex. The correct answer is C. Inline block combines characteristics of both inline and block. Like inline, it allows elements to sit side by side. Like block, it allows you to set height, width, and vertical margins, paddings, which standard inline elements do not respect fully. Which property is used to align items along the main axis in a flexbox container? Option A, align items. Option B, justify content. Option C, align content. Option D, justify items. The correct answer is B. In flexbox, justify content aligns items along the main axis. Horizontal by default if flex direction is row. Align items is used for the cross-axis. Mastering these two properties is the foundation of creating modern, centered, and spaced layouts. In CSS Grid, which unit is used to create flexible grid tracks that take up a portion of the available space? Option A, %. Option B, px. Option C, fr. Option D, m. The correct answer is C. The fr unit, fractional unit, represents a fraction of the free space in the grid container. Unlike percentages, fr units are calculated after fixed-size gutters or items are accounted for, preventing overflow and making responsive grids much easier to manage. Which selector would you use to target only the direct children of a specific parent element? Option A, div page. Option B, div plus pages. Option C, div greater than pages. Option D, div tilde p. The correct answer is C. The child combinator, greater than, targets only elements that are immediate children of the specified parent. In contrast, div p, descendant combinator, targets all less than p greater than elements inside a less than div greater than, regardless of how deeply nested they are. Div plus p is the adjacent sibling selector, and div tilde p is the general sibling selector. What is the result of using important in a CSS declaration? Option A, it doubles the specificity of the selector. Option B, it makes the declaration override all other declarations, regardless of specificity. Option C, it is only used for debugging and has no effect on rendering. Option D, it makes the property apply only to mobile devices. The correct answer is B. Important is a rule that overrides any other declarations for that property on that element, regardless of how high the specificity of other selectors might be. It should be used sparingly as it makes debugging CSS very difficult and breaks the natural cascade of the style sheet. Which pseudo class is used to style an element when a user moves their mouse over it? Option A, active. Option B, focus. Option C, hover. Option D, visited. The correct answer is C. The hover pseudo-class is triggered when the user's pointer, usually a mouse, enters the boundary of an element. Active is for the moment an element is clicked. Focus is for when an element, like an input, is selected, and visited is for links the user has already clicked. What is the default value of the position property? Option A, relative. Option B, absolute. Option C, static. Option D, fixed. The correct answer is C. All elements are position static by default. Static elements are positioned according to the normal flow of the page. Top, right, bottom, left, and z-index properties have no effect on them. Which unit is relative to the font size of the root element, HTML? Option A, M. Option B, Rem. Option C, VH. Option D, PX. The correct answer is B. Rem stands for root M. While M is relative to the font size of the element's parent, Rem is always relative to the less than HTML greater than element's font size. This makes Rem much more predictable and useful for maintaining consistent spacing and scaling across a whole site. What is the difference between display, none, and visibility, hidden? Option A. They are exactly the same. Option B. Display, none removes the element from the layout. Visibility, hidden hides it but keeps its space. Option C. Visibility, hidden removes the element from the layout. Display, none keeps its space. Option D. Display, none only works on block elements. The correct answer is B. Display, none completely removes the element from the document flow. It's like the element isn't there at all. Visibility, hidden makes the element invisible, but the browser still calculates its box and it still occupies the same width and height in the layout. Which property allows you to set an image to not repeat in the background? Option A. Background fixed. Option B. Background no repeat. Option C. Background repeat, no repeat. Option D. Image repeat, none. The correct answer is C. The background repeat property controls how a background image is tiled. Setting it to no repeat ensures the image is displayed only once. Other values include repeat, default, repeat X, and repeat Y. For the z-index property to work, what must the position property be set to? Option A. Static. Option B. Anything other than static. Option C. Absolute or fixed only. Option D. Relative only. The correct answer is B. Z-index only affects elements that have a position value of relative, absolute, fixed, or sticky. It does not work on static elements. Z-index determines the stack order of elements along the z-axis. Depth. Which flexbox property is a shorthand for flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis? Option A. Flex flow. Option B. Flex container. Option C. Flex. Option D. Flex all. The correct answer is C. The flex property is the shorthand for flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis. The recommended practice is to use this shorthand rather than the individual properties, as it sets the other values intelligently. E.g., flex 1 footsets grow to 1, shrink to 1, and basis to 0%. What does the A in RGBA stand for? Option A. Alternative. Option B. Alpha. Option C. Attribute. Option D. Array. The correct answer is B. In RGBA, alpha represents the opacity of the color. It is a value between 0.0, fully transparent, and 1.0, fully opaque. This allows for semi-transparent colors without affecting the opacity of the element's children. Which CSS rule is used to apply styles based on device characteristics like width? Option A, at import. Option B, at font-face. Option C, at media. Option D, at responsive. The correct answer is C. Media queries, at media, are a fundamental part of responsive web design. They allow you to define different styles for different viewport sizes, orientations, or resolutions, ensuring your website looks good on mobile, tablet, and desktop. Which property is used to make text bold? Option A, font style. Option B, text decoration. Option C, font weight. Option D, text style. The correct answer is C. The font weight property sets how thick or thin characters in text should be displayed. Common values are normal, bold, or numeric values like 400, normal, and 700, bold. What is margin collapsing in CSS? Option A, when margins of two elements overlap and combine into a single margin. Option B, when a margin is too large and the browser removes it. Option C, when negative margins are used to center an element. Option D, when padding and margin are set to the same value. The correct answer is A. Margin collapsing occurs when the top and bottom margins of blocks are sometimes combined, collapsed, into a single margin whose size is the largest of the individual margins. This primarily happens with adjacent siblings and between parents and their first/last children. It does not happen on horizontal margins. How do you define a CSS variable? Option A, $variable name, value. Option B, var variable name, value. Option C, variable name, value. Option D, at variable dash name, value. The correct answer is C. Standard CSS variables, also known as custom properties, are defined using two dashes, dash dash, followed by the name. They are usually declared within the root selector to make them globally accessible. You access them using the var function, like color, var main color, single quote dot. Which property is used to stack elements on top of each other? Option A, layer index. Option B, stack order. Option C, z-index. Option D, top order. The correct answer is C. The z-index property specifies the stack order of an element. An element with a greater stack order is always in front of an element with a lower stack order. Note that it only works on positioned elements. What does the selector A, href caret equals HTTPS do? Option A, selects all links containing HTTPS anywhere in the URL. Option B, selects all links that end with HTTPS. Option C, selects all links where the href attribute starts with HTTPS. Option D, selects all links that are external. The correct answer is C. The attribute selector caret equals means starts with so A, href caret equals HTTPS. Targets all anchor tags whose link destination begins with the secure protocol string, HTTPS. This is useful for adding icons to external or secure links. Which of these is used to insert content before the content of an element? Option A, before. Option B, before. Option C, first child. Option D, both A and B, with B being the modern standard. The correct answer is D. While before was used in CSS2, CSS3 introduced the double colon before to distinguish pseudo-elements from pseudo-classes. Browsers still support the single colon version for backward compatibility, but is the standard for pseudo-elements like before, after, and first line. In a CSS grid, which property defines the space between rows and columns? Option A, grid spacing. Option B, gap. Option C, margin. Option D, grid padding. The correct answer is B. The gap property, originally grid gap, is used to set the gutters between rows and columns in CSS Grid and Flexbox. It is a cleaner way to handle spacing than using margins on individual child items, as it doesn't create extra space on the outer edges of the container. Which property is used to change a property smoothly over a specified duration? Option A, animation. Option B, transform. Option C, transition. Option D, smooth. The correct answer is C. Transitions allow you to change property values, like color, width, etc., smoothly over a given duration, while animation is for more complex, multi-step movements. Transition is perfect for simple state changes like hover effects. By default, the width and height of an element are applied to what part of the box? Option A, the border box. Option B, the padding box. Option C, the content box. Option D, the margin box. The correct answer is C. The default value for box sizing is content box. This means the width and height you set apply only to the content area. If you add padding or borders, the element becomes larger than the specified width, height. This is why many developers use box sizing border box as a global reset. What is the default value of flex direction? Option A, column. Option B, row. Option C, row reverse. Option D, stack. The correct answer is B. The default flex direction is row. This means flex items are placed horizontally from left to right. In a left-to-right language, column would stack them vertically. How do you remove the bullets from an unordered list? Option A, list style type, none. Option B, bullet style, none. Option C, text decoration, none. Option D, list decoration, none. The correct answer is A. To remove the default bullets, markers, from in less than ul greater than or less than ol greater than element, you use list style type, none. This is a very common practice when using lists to create navigation menus. Which property is used to specify whether the text should be in uppercase, lowercase, or capitalized? Option A, font style. Option B, text transform. Option C, text variant. Option D, text style. The correct answer is B. The text transform property controls the capitalization of text. Values include uppercase, lowercase, and capitalize, which capitalizes the first letter of each word. This is better than hard-coding uppercase text in HTML for accessibility and flexibility. That wraps up our 30 essential CSS interview questions. How many did you get right? Let us know in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more web development interview prep. For a full set of 400 practice questions to guarantee your success, check the link in the description below.